dread locked in the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Set, 50, hey, come on. Check, 55.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. They'll roll him out right. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw again on second down. Jackson forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And some room to roam now. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 27 yards there, a first down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
So a first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second and 3. On second down now, it's Ingram. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ready. Watch it, I'm coming after you.
Play action. Now Jackson rolling to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a first and 10 at the 15. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Here's Watson. He finds Hopkins complete and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. Dancing to his left. He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 38 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, sings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. They go play action with Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. From the gun on third down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And he's got Snead. A fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. He'll buy some time right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards, good enough for a first. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Ingram. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Throwing on second and long. Jackson. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
Jackson's pass.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit and, in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Now a dump off here complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. He's going to look deep, end zone for Hopkins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers. And on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Jonathan Joseph there on the coverage.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Patrick Owasor just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Keep playing hard.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Lamar Miller, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Watson. Open man, the tight end falls. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And the Texans.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Miller. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From just shy of midfield, Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They go back to the ground now with Miller. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. They keep it with Miller on 1st down. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson. From the 25 on 2nd down. Watson being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. On 1st down, Ingram. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. That good for 19 at a 1st down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy?
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They'll run on first down. It's Ingram. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Ingram again. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They run. It's Mark Ingram. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On second down, it's Edwards. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Back now in Houston. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. Rolling, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On second and 11 now. Watson, that's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Patrick Owasor able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now it's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. Watson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Patrick Owasor in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
You go tight. You got tight. 59.
To throw is Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
Slam.
Here's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins. His second touchdown of the night as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the fourth. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with him. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Ingram. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, Ingram. Past the 20. That one good for 33 and a first.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey. 4 down.
They turn to the fullback, Gillespie, and he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
From his goal line here, Watson.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Throwing now is Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Here's Jackson. To his and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson steps away. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
This will be taken short. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. They've got his man complete. The 20, 10. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow.
Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2. Now Watson, flush to his right. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Next drive, one possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
He's not going to give me.
Jackson to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Intercepted. The Texans take over first and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Check 13. Check 13. Check 9. Lucky. Alert flare. Alert flare.
After the interception, here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try. Oh, no, he lost the football. So Houston going to come away here with the victory, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble